Hey everyone, it's Jamie from Independence Street, NOLA, and I'm here with Helen, otherwise known as the Crimson Cadaverous.
Hi.
And we are here to talk about the week of 1017 to 1023. And the good news is it starts it starts out, and then it kind of levels off, and then it starts out again. So, or revs up, if you will.
So definitely stay tuned to the end of this week because we got a lot of big things going on.
Yeah. So we're going to talk about it. So, starting off Monday, we're still in Libra season.
Yep.
And as you guys know, we're kind of settling down and moving into Scorpio season.
Yes.
Which will be happening at the end of the week. So Monday, the moon is in Cancer. It is the last quarter moon.
Yes.
The sun is still in Libra, like we said.
Yep.
And so we have a Libra square moon in Cancer. Mm-hmm. Okay, so what do you want to say about that? It's the last quarter moon on Monday.
Yeah, so what I want to say about that, and we kind of talked about this a little bit beforehand, is, just wanting to make sure that we give justice to the quarter moons as well. Because, we always talk about new moon, full moons, very important, of course.
Yes.
But the quarter moons are our action moons.
Yeah.
So obviously first quarter moons, it's like taking action. What have we put intentions to? Now we take action on it after we've planned out a little bit.
Yes.
But then last quarter is recognizing the things we needed to release during the full moon, but actually releasing them.
Right.
Like, are we actually doing the thing? Like, yes, I know I need to get rid of the sweater, but did I actually do it?
Did I Marie? Oh, almost so
Yeah.
Yeah, they want to get flagged for anything. Okay, we got flagged last. Okay.
But so basically, it's kind of the energy of actually doing the thing that we recognize we need to do. Because we don't, again, magic, something is not magical unless we have, the intention and the action.
And like you said, the sun is in Libra, right? Libra is cardinal.
Yep.
Okay, and the moon is in Cancer.
Yep, another cardinal sign. So
Right.
it's actually action.
Right.
Even more action on top of the action, basically.
I like it.
Yeah. So that's kind of how we're starting out the week, is an energy of action.
Yes.
Which is great because we are going into, last quarter moon, which is like the last phase, the last week or so of this moon phase.
Yes.
So it's good to have that kind of action energy to get us going.
And it's good too, you guys, to think about this too. The sun is still in Libra, and that's that balance.
Yep.
And the moon is in Cancer, which is emotion.
Yes.
Right. So I think it's pretty cut and dry. Yeah. Right. So it's still initiating this idea of balance. Jesus Christ, Libra, mental.
Yes. Intellectual.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
diplomatic.
Cancer, feelings.
Yep.
Yeah. Cancer, home, our home. So
Yep.
let's keep this in balance.
Balancing our thoughts and our feelings.
Yes. Sometimes it's really cut and dry.
Yeah. Sometimes.
Yeah. Okay, so Tuesday the moon will moon into Leo. It's great.
Yeah.
And on that day, Venus is in Libra.
Yep.
And we'll be trining Mars in Gemini.
Yep.
And we talked about last week that Mars moved into Gemini and was going to stay there retrograde.
Right.
For
several months.
Right. So right now Venus is in Libra, and it will trine this Mars in Gemini.
Yep.
So.
And this is kind of just a very harmonious balance that we have between that divine feminine and divine masculine energy, which is setting the scene for what we're going to see at the end of the week.
Right. So Wednesday, moon's still in Libra. No, moon's still in Leo. We're squaring, the moon in Leo will be squaring the North Node.
Yes.
And squaring Saturn in Aquarius. All that together makes a fixed T-square because Taurus is a fixed sign and Aquarius is a fixed sign.
Yep.
Leo is a fixed sign.
Yes.
So what would you like to say about that?
So basically with a T-square, we have a tension. And we want to break that tension, right? So the way to break that tension is to look at, I guess you would say, the missing part of the cross, if that was like...
And because it's fixed signs.
Right.
So we have Taurus, Aquarius, and Leo. So which one's missing?
Scorpio.
Right.
So how do we break the tension with Scorpio? Scorpio energy. Okay. So perhaps releasing a secret, that we've been holding on to, because again, that's, Scorpio. Perhaps letting something transform for ourselves.
Right.
And again, maybe that's how we break the tension, is some kind of transformation.
And also just being okay with the idea that, once again, Scorpio can be a little kind of illusionist.
Right.
Right. So maybe coming to Jesus talk with yourself or with a situation.
Yeah.
like today, I can just say I had a really good talk with my friend Brianna, you know, and I told her I was like in a flare, you know, and we talked things through. She's really good at that. So, but it was like in my mind, I had like a storyline going,
Right.
which I wasn't like crazy, you know, or screaming at her, but I was like, look, this is what's happening in my life. And she was like, oh yeah, I get it. And so we just, you know, talked things out. It was a really good talk. He wasn't late, I know. It wasn't, I know, I wish it was more dramatic, I guess, whatever.
We don't need it to be.
No, I don't. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it was really good talk. So, but it's kind of like this, like, but it broke the tension.
Yeah.
Basically, and we had some good laughs.
And we have even some more of that tension breaking energy that same day with the Sun in Libra squaring Pluto in Capricorn.
Yeah.
Because again, that's like, you know, that cardinal energy initiating things.
Yep.
A square is tension, but it's like balancing something out by breaking the tension.
Right.
And what does that mean? Again, Pluto is transformation, so
And Capricorn is work.
right. So I feel like we're letting ourselves do the work that we need to do towards a transformation that's kind of already happening. Mm-hmm. That the tension is kind of being like, all right, just let it happen.
Right, and also like going back to Brianna, she always says, James, we got to work harder. Or no, we got to work smarter, not harder.
Yeah.
Right, and so it's also a good time to like go over things to be like, maybe you've already figured it out.
Yes.
And the tension is, you just don't want to know that, or like you
Right.
still think there's work to be done, but there's not. Like
Yeah.
it's been figured out. Like let's go. Just with your hands. Let's
Yep.
go. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. Do you have anything else to say about Wednesday?
Nope. I think we're good, and we kind of sort of led into the same idea with
Yeah.
Thursday with the Venus in Libra and then squaring Pluto in Capricorn. That same thing, going from like the Sun energy to the Venus energy, doing the same thing,
Yeah.
helping us transform things.
Go ahead.
Oh, just reminding us to release so that we can break the tension.
Right. And you guys remember Venus is that divine feminine. She is also like self-worth, right? So and
Yes.
she is in Libra.
Right.
So she's talking about, you know, how do I balance, you know, what I'm worth, right?
Right.
And it's squaring Pluto and Capricorn. So if you are still not getting what you're worth, it's time to
Right.
kill it and let's go.
And that's actually how you're going to break the tension.
Yeah.
That like feeling
If
that
you
have,
are
it's like,
worth X amount of whatever's,
yeah,
Yeah.
believe it and live it.
you're right, exactly. So Thursday, let's do it.
All right.
Okay, Friday, Moon will move into Virgo.
Yeah. Carries us into Saturday.
Yes.
Big day.
Moon will still be in Virgo.
Yep.
Okay. What do you want to talk about first for Saturday?
So I think important thing that we should mention, which I always love when things like line up.
Yes.
Saturn
Yes.
is stationing direct on his day.
Oh,
Saturday.
yay, yeah, Saturday. Thank you.
So he's like, here I am. You know,
Da,
and
da, 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 da.
unfortunately, sometimes, you know, and maybe just in the past, hopefully we're getting away from this. Our dear friend Saturn, the great teacher, has gotten a bad rap.
I
You
know.
know, because he wants people to be holding themselves
Accountable.
accountable.
Didn't go well with the Age of Pisces.
Right. So it's like, you know, if he's yelling at you, it's because you didn't do your homework before you went out to play.
Right,
It's like, all right, who am I really mad at in this situation?
right.
But so Saturn's coming back on the scene. You know, he's been contemplating things. He's had us kind of contemplating our structures, our boundaries. But he's coming back out. He's coming back out so that we can kind of take those things that we were reflecting on and bring them into the outside world.
Right, because he was retrograde in Aquarius, which
Yes.
was the ancient ruler. He ruled
Yes.
Aquarius.
Yep.
And those were good times.
Yes,
They
sure
were. They were.
Yeah.
The golden age, if you will. So he was retrograde in Aquarius, so he was really thinking about the revolution. He was
Yes.
planning.
Mm-hmm.
He's ready for this rebellion.
Yes.
And it's a conscious rebellion.
And
And
you say
so-
planning is interesting because if you notice, Mercury is trining Saturn on that same day.
Okay?
So we really are thinking, planning, pulling it out,
Let me tell you.
communicating.
Yeah, if there's nothing, I love a list. I love a good list. I love to plan.
And this is Mercury trine Saturn is like the to-do list of all to-do lists. It's
Yeah.
just like that perfectly, you know, like ones and A's and
Yeah.
B's and ticks and, you know,
Makes
all
my
that
heart
stuff.
feel so good.
Yes.
And then we just fuck shit
But
up. Yes.
we got an even more exciting thing going on that same day. The Venus Star Point.
Right. And so let me just say this. I will do a separate video on the Venus Star Point.
And I'm going to do a whole separate write-up about it.
Okay.
Like, and how it's like kind of the precursor of eclipse season
Yes.
and all that.
So just so you guys know. Okay.
But
proceed.
very briefly, we did find that, Venus is going into conjunction with the sun.
Yep.
Which does happen about every 10 to 12 months.
Right.
It already happened in January this year, so we've had two.
Mm-hmm.
But this one in particular, just because of how the orbits were going with Venus and how things are moving through the signs.
Yes.
We saw we're going to see 9 different conjunctions that day over the course of 3 hours of Venus and the sun. So it's they're kind of they call it like a Venus kiss or
I
a
know.
kiss.
I love it when there's
Right. So it's they just keep
right.
kissing each other and meeting back up. And when Venus and the sun come into conjunction, it's revitalizing our divine feminine,
Yep.
our values, the things that matter to us. So I think this is definitely kind of highlighting that energy. And it's going to be in the sign of Libra,
Right.
which has not happened, I think, for the last 100 years.
We're ready.
So Venus is in her home sign.
Yes.
She's, standing in her divine feminine beauty.
Yes.
And she's kind of ready to just, ready to actually be the divine feminine as opposed to, the toxic feminine.
Right.
Right.
I mean, yeah. And
that's
yes.
that energy right now.
Mm-hmm. And I agree. I agree with everything you said. And I also just want to point out too that the sun kissing Libra right back and forth. I really see that as really telling us as humans we are both masculine and feminine energy.
Yep.
It's really time to start working in that in tandem.
Right. Not either or,
Right.
but both.
Right.
And I think
and
this
no matter
is-
how you present, but we all have it. We all
Right.
have it. And so the fact that they keep doing that, that's a lot of, the sun is a lot of, it's the divine masculine is
Right.
the sun. You're a Leo.
Yep.
That's,
Oh,
you
yeah.
are ruled by the sun.
But
right?
I'm also a Libra rising, so it's I understand
you guys
both
is
those
balance.
energies.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, this is all happening on the same day. Saturn goes direct.
Right.
And Saturn wants stability.
Yep. Order. Yep. And so he's like, oh yeah, you're going to balance things out? Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's
Yep.
do that.
Let's do
I like
it.
that. I like balance.
We can be
So-
stable in the divine masculine and feminine energies.
Right. So
Working
they're
together.
all working together to help us kind of balance things out.
Yeah.
And that conjunction between Venus and the sun stays really, really close for several days, going definitely into the next day when both the sun and Venus enter Scorpio. So we're entering Scorpio season. But we're also entering Scorpio Venus season.
Scorpio Venus season.
And they stay that way for a
Eclipse
while.
season.
Yep.
Okay,
And we got eclipse season in
Sorry.
a couple of days on the 25th.
Right. Okay.
So that sun and Venus entering Scorpio
On the
energy,
23rd.
Right, is helping
is Sunday.
transform.
Mm-hmm.
It's helping transform. So whatever we kind of initiated with that balancing energy of the Libra,
Yeah.
star point, now we're kind of helping it transform.
Yes, and you guys have to remember Scorpio is in the lunar south node. So Scorpio is in it to win it right now. It is in the fight of its life,
Right.
in a good way.
Letting go of old paradigms.
Right, and so when those signs are in that lunar south node, it means that us as a collective are releasing all that lower Scorpio energy. Before it was Gemini, that's what took us out of duality.
Yeah.
And now it's Scorpio, which is why there's no more quote unquote secrets. That's
Yeah.
why, to me, I feel like people are really starting to be held accountable.
Yep, releasing secrets. I think that's what the
Yeah.
Scorpio South Node is about.
Okay.
And we don't need the secrets anymore.
No, because anyway, it's a whole other video as well. Okay, and so also on that day, Juno stations direct.
Yes.
And we usually don't talk about Juno, but
No, I only
we
talk
felt
about
like
her when she's really involved in
Yeah.
things. Although I feel like she should get more play because
Well,
she's
she's a
Jupiter's
divine, yeah, I
wife,
get
but
it, yeah. Once
so
again, other video.
she is concerned with partnerships,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it's really interesting that she's going to station direct the same day that the Sun and Venus move out of one relationship sign, Libra,
Mm-hmm. Right.
into another relationship-oriented sign, Scorpio.
Right, and you have the divine masculine and feminine.
Right. And
Right.
so like
Moving
kind of
together.
again balancing that out in
Mm-hmm.
relation to relationships. I was trying to say that a better way. But
It's okay. It's starting to rain on us, so we're
yeah.
like, ah,
So
okay.
maybe it's like Mother Nature saying, "All right, we got
we got
it out.
Let's wrap it up.
Wrap
okay.
it up, wrap it up."
All right, so we are going to wrap it up because it is raining.
Yes.
Thank you guys.
Yes.
As always, you can catch us on our Instagrams.
Yes,
And we
and
both
YouTube.
YouTube channels.
Yeah.
If you have any questions, just let us know. We are. It is totally starting to rain right now. So have a great week.
Yes.
Let's get into Scorpio.
Happy Venus Star Point.
Happy Venus Star Point. And thanks.
Yeah. Thanks for listening.
All right. See you guys next time.
Bye.